So the talking points memo this evening is the Republican Party remains divided, and this is a big deal. So the Democrats are not divided. It's just they march whatever they're told to do by the leader in the House and the leader in the Senate. They do. There's no dissent. The squad people are loons, and sometimes they peel off a little bit. When it really comes down to it, though, they come back in, not the Republicans. And this $95 billion aid package illuminates this once again. So yesterday, as you know, President Biden signed $95 billion taxpayer money going to Ukraine, Israel, and some South Pacific countries for national security reasons. All right. That's what the Biden administration says, that our national security is on the line because Putin's on the march in Europe, Ukraine. Hamas and the terrorists are on the march in the Middle East, and China's on the march in the Pacific. So we got to bulwark it by giving people money to stop those marches. That's what it is. So it passed in the House, as we went over that, but 112 Republicans voted against giving Ukraine $60 billion. 112, substantial number. Okay, 21 voted against giving Israel the money they got. I think it was around $10 billion. And then 34 voted no on Indo-Pacific. Now, a bunch of reasons. Some of the politicians like Marco Rubio voted against this. Okay, prestigious Republican senator. He wanted a border thing tied into it. All right. I said, you're not going to get anywhere with that. So do separate bills, which they did. Once it got to the Senate, then they consolidated all four separate bills in the House into one, and the Senate easily passed it. Okay. So 15 Republican senators dissented. So the Republican Party is divided, and they fight among each other. Look, I respect votes of conscience. I disagree with the people who don't want to arm Ukraine. And I understand that Ukraine, when is it going to end? Was there this and that? It's a corrupt country. I got it. Okay. But the greater good is served by blunting Putin if the world can. I'm a simple man. So we give it a shot until it's hopeless. It's not hopeless now. Ukraine's done a pretty good job for 2 years, blunting this tyrant. But the Republicans fight among themselves. Okay. So the hard right, they don't want any of this at all. Okay, they don't want, we got a $35 trillion deficit. The debt, yeah, it's true, do. But the only way that's coming down is by a balanced budget amendment. It's the only way it's coming down. Okay, so it's not going to come down if you cut aid here or there, not. And on the border, there is a House bill. So let's get it up and running. Let's have the debate in the Senate. George Will writes a column for the Washington Post. Now, George Will is what they call a traditional conservative. He despises the hard right. He hates them. Will and I don't get along. Will, I believe, leveled grossly unfair criticism toward killing Reagan, my book, because Will was in the Reagan's pocket. He dined with Nancy every week. It's like, and we told the truth about Ronald Reagan, good and bad, in killing Reagan. And that's what we're going to do in confronting the presidents. You're going to see good and bad. And then at the end, you're going to make an assessment. Was the guy helpful or hurtful to the country? But Will didn't like the fact that we brought out some things about Ronald Reagan, absolutely 100% true. And Will couldn't refute them. But he didn't like that we wrote it in there. So I have much respect for him. But he wrote a column yesterday. I want to bring it to your attention, and I'm going to quote two paragraphs. The first one says, stoking the passion that is their excuse for pandering, the nihilism of the febrile minority in their party, a majority of House Republicans voted last Saturday to endanger civilization, hoping to enhance their political security in their mostly safe seats, and for the infantile satisfaction of populist naughtiness, insulting a mostly fictitious establishment, they voted to assure Vladimir Putin's attempt to erase a European nation, unquote. That's pretty accurate for Will. Okay, you don't give Ukraine the arms, $60 billion in arms, Putin wins, takes the country over. Second paragraph, quote, the Republican Party was founded as a noble rejection of the most consequential bad thing Congress has ever done. The 1854 Kansas-Nebraska Act, which authorized territories to vote slavery up or down, thereby valuing popular sovereignty more than liberty. On Saturday, the House voted 311 to 112 for $61 billion for Ukraine, with 112 ignoble House Republicans voting to condemn Ukraine to death, starved of such military basics as artillery shells. Okay, so are these people, these hard right Congress people and senators, not all of them are hard right, but most of them are they bad? No, not generally speaking. They're voting their conscience, what they should do. They say they're representing the people who voted them in, and that's what they should do. I'm not condemning them across the board. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm telling you they're wrong. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.